Hi, I'm Padda. This is my review from Unit 15, P7. I did an interval training session with 6 participants. This was an aerobic session and was short and really quick. It required sprinting a certain distance, and there was a forfeit for the last person who crossed the line. There was a break time for the participants except for the one who came last, and they would have to do the forfeit. I've gathered some feedback from some of the participants. Participant 1 said it was a hard session and it had high intensity throughout. They said it was fast and it was a really quick session, and they found it challenging but competitive. Participant 2 said they found it was very beneficial for their fitness. It was challenging and they felt like they felt better anaerobically afterwards. And also they felt like they had a good night rest afterwards, which is good, which shows that they did work hard. Participant 3 said it was very good for fitness. They said they enjoyed it and it was challenging, and there was a good level of competition throughout. They said it was also hard, but that's what comes with fitness sessions. Progression. So progression can be tracked through the verbal test and during the session, as the individual will struggle to talk depending on how tired they are. So the talk test will be conducted during and after the session. This will show progression, as if they are more fitter, they will be able to endure a longer conversation and not struggle to speak. There's also the chart test, which is a numerical test where the participant gives a number from 1 to 10, 1 being the lightest, 10 being the hardest, and giving what rating they give shows how hard they are finding the session and how much they're struggling. This rating will be on themselves and how they are finding the session. Adapting the session and modifying the activities. The session can be adapted in a number of ways. So one is the forfeit. The forfeit could be changed to an easier or harder forfeit for the participants. So this could be star jumps being easier or burpees being harder. This would show a change of intensity at the forfeit stage, and also give them more to work on and motivate them to carry on performing at a high level when they are racing and increasing the competition level. I could also change the resting times of the sprinting distances. This could make it harder and easier, as a shorter break time will make it harder as they have to keep running for longer, and also a longer break time will make it easier as they have more time to respire and rest. My own performance, I felt my session went well. I was confident in the session and I was confident in my delivery. Also, I feel that activities, they were challenging, but the participants enjoyed them, and the competition aspect of the session was there, as the race did show levels of competition throughout, as the participants took it seriously and accelerated well throughout the session. Also, my introduction and debrief I felt went well. I felt they listened to what I had to say and took on board the strengths and weaknesses I found with them in my session. Also, I feel the participants listened to what I said and performed to a very good standard. I enjoyed working with them. I feel like they cooperated well, and I feel I communicated with them well. The fit progression, so the frequency, this could be changed to 2 or 3 times a week, which will improve the fitness, as they'd be doing it more regularly. The intensity, so a shorter rest period would mean, and more forfeit, so this would mean the intensity would increase, as the shorter the rest period, the more they'll be working. And also more forfeits would mean, like, say, second, last and last place would be getting forfeits, or a random one of them would be getting forfeits. So it's just keeping the level of competition high. Duration of the session could be increased. This would make them work harder and also keep them running for longer, so increasing their fitness and stamina and cardiovascular endurance. Also, the type was interval, and I'd keep to the same type, and progressing forward, I think interval would be the best type to do, but it could be changed to fartlek, as that requires different gradients and surfaces forming on, so which would make them work harder. So a steeper gradient would force them to work harder, but that would just be in time. Changes to motivation, changes to maintain interest and motivation. Just keeping the competition there, so a race, a forfeit for the loser. Yeah, and keeping the forfeits there for the losers to make sure that they are trying their best as well to keep up. There could be prizes and praise given to winners. Not necessarily winners, but people who are winning through individual races, and also praise which would help them and motivate them to keep working hard. The achievable goals, so the goals that the participants could achieve are improving their stamina. This would be through continuous sprinting. Also their sprint speed, as they would be racing against each other constantly and having minimal breaks, and also their acceleration, as it would be whoever gets that lead will come at the front of the race and not do a forfeit, which links to the competition level. Development needs, for development needs of myself and my session, I feel like maybe start at a lower intensity, maybe not have the forfeit aspect of it introduced straight away, as let them progress through the session as well. Also the smart targets, so specific, improve the structure, so this would be having a low intensity and then gradually increasing to a higher intensity. This meaning breaks are changed, shorter or longer breaks. To measure this, I do the talk test with them, and this would see how much they are struggling with their intensity. This would be achieved by better planning, so planning it and doing it, and advanced planning would help the session to flow smoother. This is realistic as it can be done in the planning, and this isn't something that would require more external resources or any equipment. It's just something that needs to be done in the planning. This is time bound, as this will just it will be doing the planning, and the structure of it will get more smoother throughout the session. So take 2 or 3 sessions and the structure will be more clear. That's it. Hopefully you enjoyed it.